my name is Samantha.
And my name is Simon.
My name is Maggie. And I'm Sam. And here's our Communications 253 video project. Our project is on the technology of smartphones.
Smartphones are defined by PC Magazine as a cellular telephone with information access. They provide digital voice service as well as any combination of email, text messaging, pager, web access, voice recognition, still and/or video camera, MP3, TV or video player, and organizer, such as a personal digital assistant. Introduced in 1994 by IBM and Bell South, the Simon Personal Communicator was a combination phone and PDA. Often mentioned as the first smartphone, the Simon was costly and heavy. It took another decade before smartphones became widely used, and Apple's iPhone caused a frenzy when it came out in 2007. Microsoft branded the term smartphone within its Windows Mobile platform. However, smartphones have taken on a different definition of their own. Since they are a relatively new technology, there is no official definition for smartphones. Instead, the term becomes relative to the user's perspective as to whether their phones are actually smart. Some people feel the main determinant for a phone to be smart is email access, while others argue that a personal organizer is the essential component.
It's helped me stay more connected, especially at school where there's Wi-Fi. So that way I always have, my email handy. I can always check it, and that way I'm always constantly, on top of my email, and I know whenever a new message comes in. And so just staying more connected, I think, to email and also to news. I check the news a lot, and that way I always know the top stories. Usually, the headlines.
Has internet, has calendar. I can do SMS, or I can do like MSN on it, stuff like that.
Oh, if they offered me a BlackBerry, I would totally get one.
In workplaces where a number of people more or less as a requirement of their work, have to be tied to their BlackBerry, and it seems like pretty terrible. It seems pretty awful. You're constantly being chased with your emails, and that's a rather unattractive model, if you ask.
A lot of students can't really afford smartphones and data plans and things like that on top of like a cell phone plan. Like I said, it's about $30 or $40 extra. I'd say that on my Nokia I texted more than anything. I do maybe like 40-45% calling and 50-55% text messaging.
I spend about, say, 5 hours max on phones just purely texting.
I use my BlackBerry more than I use traditional internet access, and at work there's a lot of things I can't look at on my work computer, so I use my BlackBerry for that.
We also currently see increased prevalence in smaller laptops, cheaper laptops, and I'd say in the future you'd see a blurring of lines between a strictly laptop-type device and a strictly phone-type device. What sort of format that takes, whether it's the bridging of the two devices is accomplished in a format such as the iPhone. The iPhone has incredibly novel opportunities, but ultimately it's going to be constrained by its size as far as its ultimate functionality. Something like a lower cost, smaller laptop type device taking over the functionality. It would be less a phone taking over the functionality of a computer as a computer taking over the functionality of a phone.
I think you can't get more than that. You pretty much got a walking computer in your hand right now. If you get any more, nobody would probably need a PC. It would be just the phones, right?
They both surf the internet, and I think they both have GPS, so I guess that technically makes them a smartphone.
Conclusion. Our interviews prove that there are still many perceptions, both positive and negative, about smartphones, what they are, what their impact is, and what the future has in store for us. This is an industry that is still in development and will indubitably continue to change our lifestyles, whether we like it or not.